clearly, yeah, correct. Yes. Here, if you see clearly what it tells, that if you see lithium, which group it is belonging? First group element, yes or not? Yes, it is belonging to first group element. Here, sodium also, it is belonging to first group element. That is why here these are red. Here you will be having beryllium and magnesium. These are second group element. Yes, beryllium and magnesium, second group element. So they are friend because they are belonging to the same group. But if you see, though it is kept above this hydrogen, though it is kept above the alkali metal lithium, but it is not considered as a alkali metal. Yes. So what they are saying we both are friends, and we are having our own friend circle, but you are alone. You don't have any friend along with you. What is the meaning? It tells that there is a separate position assigned to hydrogen. There is a separate position assigned to hydrogen in a periodic table. It is neither a part of alkali metal here nor a part of halogen. So we'll discuss here one by one. Okay. Let's move. Understood, everyone? What is the meaning? So that is our today's topic we are going to discuss here. Yes. If you understood, just say yes. Press yes on the screen so that I can see you have understood. Okay, yeah, good. Adi, good. Okay, okay, understood. Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, so let's move to the next picture. Yeah, see these two pictures. Yeah, good, Naren. Adi, good. Yes. Now, see these two pictures. What you can understand from the picture number 1 and what you can understand from the picture number 2. Just try to tell me. If you want to answer, just say raise your hand. If you want to answer with yes or no, then you can tick yes in a screen. Yes, raising hand. Anyone want to answer? No. Okay. Screen wise, it is fine. You have understood. Okay. So let me ask Sahil, what do you understand? What do you understand? Ashwini, water molecule easily break bond on electricity. Yeah, good, good. Ashwini, good. Yeah, you have figured it out correctly. What is happening? Yes, Naren. First is water molecule. Yeah, water molecule is there, but what is happening? Why there is written as a crack? Yes, can you figure out that out, Naren? Gokul, electrolysis. Yeah, good, very good, Gokul. Rohit, passing electricity through water will break the bond. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You all are right, 100% correct. That here what it is telling, this is oxygen. You assume this is oxygen. Yes, here it is having this hydrogen, and you'll be having bond previously, and here you'll be having hydrogen, another hydrogen. So what happens whenever this is battery that is put here? Yes, let me zoom it for you. Now if you see here, there's a battery here. Now whenever battery means you are supplying voltage to water or passing current through the water. Once you are passing current through water, what is happening? These hydrogen, these hands which represent these hands which represent your bond, it will break from here. And what is going to happen? There is a liberation of hydrogen. What is going to happen? There is a liberation of hydrogen in this process. So that is what it is saying or depicting this picture. Now move to the second one, second picture. What you can understand from this? Just try to answer. If you have understood this, then press yes on the screen. If you want to answer, just raise your hand. I'll unmute you and you can answer. Good, Visma, at least one volunteer we got. Okay, I will unmute you. Yes, just answer what is telling this second picture.
Sir, it is depicting that in H2O, the hydrogen
Yeah.
is very big and it is bonded to two oxygen small bonds.
Now, if you see clearly, if you see here, one is a boy, right? one is a girl, right?
Oh,
Now you see, if you say hydrogen is bonded with two different atoms, that is not possible, right? Second, also, if you say if it is not bonding with the same element, that means two different persons are there. Yes. So think a little bit. Yes, I am looking for other answer also. Think a little bit. Yes, any other person who has understood what this picture trying to say? Any volunteer want to answer? No, no one understood. Hydrogen bonding. No, there's only one hydrogen. Rohinis, KV Chetan. It is neither metal, non-metal, not. You can say that is correct, but this picture is telling something else. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, Adi. No, actually, only one hydrogen you see. This big person is a hydrogen, and the other person is small. I will give you this hint. One person is big and other person is small. Yes, okay, let me answer. Now, if you see here, what is telling, let's say, assume these two students, this is one is boy and girl, assume these are different elements. Assume these are different elements. Now, here is your hydrogen that is clearly written on it. So it is saying, whenever you store hydrogen in any of the vessel, it require more space. Yes, space means it is occupying more volume. That is why hydrogen is a bigger written here. Yes, it shows that hydrogen is bulky, but hydrogen is lighter. Okay, good, but not bulky in terms of what? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, more closer to this other's answer. Pratiksha, good. Yes. So what it is telling? It is telling that hydrogen require more space if you want to store. Last class also I discussed how we can store the hydrogen. You need a big vessel. You need a big container to store this hydrogen. That is why it tells that hydrogen occupy a larger volume as compared to other element. Yes, is it clear? Bulky in terms of occupying volume. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, correct. That's what I was telling to you, that it is bulky in terms of occupying volume. Yeah, good. Good, Adi. Okay. Now let's move to our starting topic. Now, yeah, we are discussing this different forms of hydrogen. Yes, have you heard this different form of hydrogen? I think you have heard this two terms, atomic hydrogen and dihydrogen. I'm sure that you have heard two terms. One is atomic hydrogen, another is molecular hydrogen. Other than that, nascent hydrogen, I don't think you have read this before. Yes. So anyone knows about nascent hydrogen? Anything? Then press yes. Okay. Yeah, Ashwini, yes. Good. You know. Okay. Good. Any other person? Any other person? No. Okay. So what happens here? Let's discuss here. Atomic hydrogen, there are three types of hydrogen. We'll discuss one by one in detail. Atomic hydrogen, what is this? What is nascent hydrogen? What is this? And this molecular hydrogen, you all are aware what is this molecular hydrogen. Yes. Now, here, yeah, correct, Adi, just like a nascent oxygen, it is a nascent hydrogen. Yeah, excellent. Naren also. Nascent hydrogen is free hydrogen atom formed at the end of reaction. Yeah, you can say. Yeah, correct. Good. Now, you see here, atomic hydrogen, whenever we write, we use this directly H element. Whenever I am writing a single hydrogen, that means it is a atomic hydrogen. Yes. Whenever we represent this square bracket inside this hydrogen, if it is a square bracket hydrogen is present, then we'll say it is a nascent hydrogen. Similarly, nascent oxygen, it is represented like this. Yes. Now, the last one is molecular hydrogen. You all know that molecular hydrogen, what happens? Yesterday we have discussed molecular hydrogen, nucleus. What type of bonding is present in between this hydrogen and hydrogen? Can anyone tell? what type of interactions or what type of forces, what type of bond that is present between hydrogen molecule? Yes, anyone? What type of interaction, what type of bonding? Covalent, ionic, covalent. Okay, good. Good, Prashant, Gauri, covalent, Parvati. Yeah, good. Everyone, good. Okay. And not Naren, van der Waals force is not there. Yeah, you can say one hydrogen. When I will compare one hydrogen with another hydrogen, let's say I assume this is one hydrogen. If I assume another hydrogen, then they are interacting with this van der Waals force. But if I am talking about single molecule, not taking into consideration, then you can say here it is a covalent bond. Covalent bond. Yes. So here van der Waals, correct, absolutely correct. Here it will be covalent bond. Now, yesterday we have read there is a ortho type of hydrogen also. There is a para type of hydrogen also. Yes. If we start increasing temperature, what happens? There is a changing from para hydrogen to ortho hydrogen. Now, if I further keep on increasing temperature, then what is going to happen? If I keep on increasing the temperature, first ortho hydrogen, say it will go to the, para hydrogen, say on increasing temperature, it will go to the ortho hydrogen. Yes. And ortho hydrogen, if we keep on increasing temperature and let's say I reach to the 4000 to 4500 degrees centigrade, then what is going to happen? These bond is in between hydrogen is try to break. Yes. So what you will get? You will get two hydrogen atom or atomic hydrogen. Yes. So what happens here also? Atomic hydrogen. What is the meaning? How we obtain these things are very important here. So how we obtain atomic hydrogen? Let me change this color. Better visible. Yes. Now, if you see this, I think, yeah. Now, if you see here, hydrogen, this hydrogen, if you see clearly, now electric arc means what is you are doing? Electric arc, when you add these electric arc inside water, what is happening here? Inside this liquid hydrogen, yes, then what is going to happen? At 4000 degrees centigrade, you are supplying this temperature, this bond will break and you will be getting two hydrogen as an atom. Atom means your element, that is hydrogen with one dot or one electron, no charge, nothing is present. That is called atomic hydrogen. Yes. So what is the process here? First, para hydrogen, low temperature, start increasing. It is mostly converting into ortho hydrogen, and after that, on supplying electric arc, it will start converting into 4000 degrees centigrade to 500 degrees centigrade. It will convert into your atomic hydrogen. So is it clear how we prepare atomic hydrogen? Now, if you see what type of reaction is this, can you tell me? Thermodynamics, you have read two type of reaction, whether it is an endothermic reaction, whether it is an exothermic reaction. Yes. So can you anyone tell what type of reaction is this of preparation of atomic hydrogen? Yeah, Gokul, Adi, Kiran, Naren. Yes, good, very good. Yeah, it's an endothermic type of reaction. It's a endothermic type of reaction. Yes. So is it clear how we prepare atomic hydrogen? If you have any doubt, just raise your hand. I will clear your doubt. If you have any doubt in this atomic hydrogen, just raise your hand, then I will answer. No doubts? Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next slide. Now, what is this nascent hydrogen? Remember, this is very important in terms of exams also. If the critical questions are asked, generally, if you see JEE, NEET, there are less questions are being asked. In JEE means advanced alternate 2 years, they are asking question on hydrogen, and NEET also, it is every year one question it is asking, and this easy concept comes, and CET also they're asking preparation of hydrogen. What is the property of water, H2O2, where it is used, and hardness and softness of water. Yes, but here, whenever JEE Advanced, if they want to form a tough question, then there these concept can be used. Now, nascent hydrogen, how we prepare nascent hydrogen? So see clearly, it is prepared when zinc react with dilute sulfuric acid. That means only in one case you will get nascent hydrogen. What? Whenever you have zinc as a metal, you add concentrated, let's say dilute sulfuric acid. If you add, you will get zinc sulfate plus you will get nascent hydrogen. Now, this reaction very, very important. Now, you know that nascent hydrogen, these are atomic hydrogen. Yes. So what happens as they form within few seconds, in between 15 to 20 seconds, in between 15 to 20 seconds, it will be converting again into hydrogen molecule or molecular hydrogen. Yes. Any doubts? Yes, Naren, what's your doubt? I did not understood whatever you have written. Make it clear. 0 plus 4. Yeah, Naren. Yes, what's your doubt? I did not understood. Not written properly. 5 plus 0 plus 4. Okay. Let's see. So what happens? Nascent hydrogen. How you'll get nascent hydrogen? Zinc metal. You add dilute sulfuric acid. You will get a nascent hydrogen. And this nascent hydrogen, what is going to happen? It will convert within 15 to 20 seconds again into molecular hydrogen. Yes. So that means very less time it will be available your nascent hydrogen. Is it clear? This nascent hydrogen. Any doubts? No. Okay. Now let's move to the molecular hydrogen. Yeah, everyone know molecular hydrogen. Yes, it is obtained whenever you react metal with acid or base. Yes, metal may, let's take magnesium, react with sulfuric acid. What is going to happen? Magnesium displace the hydrogen. Yes, and it will be forming magnesium sulfate along with the hydrogen gas. Yes, so 3 type of hydrogens are there: atomic hydrogen, and after this there is a nascent hydrogen. After that there is a molecular hydrogen. Yes. Now see, one question I frame you here. Now try to answer this question. This question number 3: the decreasing order of reactivity of different form of hydrogen is. I have not discussed here. I have make you understood what is the differences. On that basis, you try to apply some logic and try to answer that which is the correct decreasing order trend for different form of hydrogen in terms of reactivity. Yes. C, Gauri, nascent hydrogen, atomic hydrogen, molecular hydrogen. Okay. Anyone else? Gokul also C. Ashwin C. B. Kiran B. Kiran, how B? Any answers for how you on what basis you have answered this B? How, on what basis you have answered C? Most of them are answering C. Parvati also, Naren, Sanket, Priyadarshini also C. Any reasons why you are answering C? Rohini is also C. Yes, any answers? Nascent changes to molecular in second. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, good. Any other? Abhishek, yeah, B. Nascent, then molecular hydrogen, then atomic hydrogen. Okay, now let's see. I will tell you what is the answer. Yeah, Gokul, hydrogen and 2H is an endo. Endo, that's what you form. Yeah, 2H. Okay. Now see what is the answer. This answer is A. The correct option here is A. Correct option is A here. Now I'll tell you how. Yes, it is first atomic hydrogen is having highest reactivity, after that nascent hydrogen, and after that molecular hydrogen. I will tell you how. Now, see clearly, atomic hydrogen, what do you see? What is the temperature here? What is the temperature here? Its temperature is 4000 to 4500 degrees centigrade. 4000 to 4500 degrees centigrade. That means whatever this hydrogen it is forming, it is at 4000 to 4500 degrees centigrade. Yes, that means if a molecule is having a higher temperature, then definitely it is going to be unstable, and it want to get stabilized, so it will react very faster. Yes, since this temperature is there, that is why this, at this temperature it is very reactive, because as the temperature increases, there is a instability causing to this hydrogen atom. Yes, so reactivity here, highest temperature is there with hydrogen, and hydrogen is very unstable. That is why it will be having higher reactivity. As you add any compound with this hydrogen, it will automatically react with the another element easily. It will reduce also easily. It will react with oxygen. It will react with the oxides. It will react very, very fast. Yes, so this temperature, higher temperature means it will be stable, less stable, and lower temperature means it will be more stable. Now, if you see also, if you are having a particle in a box, yes, now what happens if let's say it is cool, at low temperature you are having, there is no much movement of this particle. Now, if we start raising temperature or supplying a heat, if I start supplying heat, what is going to happen? The particle start moving. Let's say moving here. As I increase the temperature, what is going to happen? It is start moving in a random motion. Previously, it was slide motion. After that, there's a zigzag fast motion will be happening. So what is happening as the temperature is increased, there's an increase in kinetic energy of the molecule. Hence, it is more reactive. Now, second, if you see, second form, is it clear? I think if you have doubt, just raise your hand. I will explain one more time. Yes. Okay. Nascent hydrogen, what you are seeing? Dilute sulfuric acid. Now, you all know, you have seen this this acids in your lab. If you have observed carefully, it is having exothermic reaction whenever you add zinc in sulfuric acid or sulfuric acid in zinc. Yes, so what happens, you'll be having it is a kind of exothermic reaction, and this exothermic reaction means it is going to release some heat, and this heat, due to supply of some of the heat, what is going to happen, you will be having temperature nearly 120 degrees centigrade. Yes, so due to this exothermic reaction, your nascent hydrogen, whatever it is forming at 120 degrees centigrade. Yes, due to this exothermic. So your previous hydrogen, that is atomic hydrogen, were present at 4000 degrees centigrade. Here it is only at 120 degrees centigrade. So obviously this will be stable. Why it is combining? Because here it will be in atomic form, here it is in solution, and that will leave the system as soon as it is combining. Yes, so that is molecular. That is why least one will be your molecular hydrogen, because it is here acid, low temperature, let's say here nearly, let's say 120 degrees centigrade, but atomic hydrogen forms for very, very few fraction of time, or you can say 15 to 20 seconds. That is why it will be most stable and it will leave this system. Yes, hydrogen, it is very stable. Why it is stable? First, it is a covalent bonding. Second, it is having high bond dissociation energy. Yes, so that is why it will be the trend. Depend on the temperature, molecular hydrogen will be least reactive because it is most stable, and atomic hydrogen is most reactive because it is having a least stability due to highest temperature. Yes, so make sure you just try to relate the concept, you will get these concept easily. Yes, but don't try to by heart. Just try to apply a little logic so that you can understand it clearly. Yes. Okay. Now let's say we have discussed this question yesterday. So move to our new topic. Now, position of hydrogen in the periodic table. Now, you see this periodic table, I told you earlier also, this hydrogen element, it is kept apart from this other alkali metals. It is neither, it is a lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. It is neither a friend of alkali metal, it is not a friend of halogens. Yes. Why it is not a friend? Because some of the property of hydrogen resembles with alkali metals, and some of the property of hydrogen resembles with halogen. Yes, that means this hydrogen is having property that is similar to alkali metals and halogen also. So we cannot categorize, we cannot keep this single hydrogen or this element to either alkali metal or to the halogen group. Yes or not? Now, can you answer, if anyone can answer, what is the similarity between hydrogen and alkali metal? Can anyone answer on the chat? Yes. What is the similarities between the hydrogen and alkali metal? Electronic configuration, excellent. Vijeta, excellent. NS1, yeah, good. Donate 1 electron, yeah, excellent. Valency, yeah, excellent. Smart. Okay, good. Rohinis, can form a compound with negative radicals. Negative radicals, yeah, good. Can easily give 1 electron, yeah, good. Aditya, electron donor, yes, good, correct. Electropositive character, Vaishali, yeah, you are all correct, yeah. So what happens here? Hydrogen resembles with the alkali metal because hydrogen electronic configuration, if you see, what is the hydrogen electronic configuration? It is 1s1. If you see the electronic configuration of this alkali metal, it is ns1. Last electron enters into s orbital. Here also last electron enters into s orbital. Now tell me, what is the similarities between hydrogen and fluorine? Yes. Form covalent bonds. Yeah, good. Valency. Yeah, good. Valency. Good. Diatomic. Yeah, excellent. Diatomic, Vaisali, very good. Parvati, valency. Yeah, good. Any other? Smaller size. Yes. Due to smaller size, can you answer what is going to happen, Basan Gowda? Yes, due to smaller size. Yeah, good. Ionization energy. Yeah, ionization energy. Diatomic. Yeah, good. Vishma. Kiran, donate 1 electron. Halogen. Now it is moved to halogen. It cannot donate 1 electron, right? Except 1 electron. Yeah, excellent. Yes. Gokul, electronegative. Yeah, excellent. You all already know, I think. I don't have to teach much. I don't have to put more effort in order to teach you. Yeah, good. Now, what is happening here? Yeah, you all are correct and exact also. That what is the similarity? Hydrogen, fluorine, both accept electrons. Fluorine accept electron to form F minus. Why it is accepting electron? Yes, because it is forming a element which is having a noble gases electronic configuration. And noble gases means, name itself tells that noble gases are stable. That is why they are noble, means non-reactive. Yes. Now, second, if you see here, hydrogen also, hydrogen accept electron to form a helium, H minus. It will form H minus. Now, I will tell you one important thing, that hydrogen is very small. Yes, hydrogen, this is electron here, 1 electron here. But as you add one more hydrogen here, as you add one more electron in this, that means you are forming H minus. The H minus is the largest anion, very larger. Yeah, good, Gokul. Yes, H minus is largest. Very good. Yes, very few people know this concept, that hydrogen is H minus form is very large. It is larger than I minus. The reason is, you'll be having this hydrogen very close to this nucleus. As you add another electron, what is going to happen? This electron repulsion is so high. This electron, if this is the one hydrogen, let's say one electron, and here as the second electron is moving, what is going to happen? There's a high electron repulsion which will make this molecule bigger in order to stabilize. That is why this H minus anion is largest. Now, once it is largest, you know what is going to happen. Let's say H minus largest. Now, if I bring a positive charge here, what is going to happen? If it is a large anion and I bring a positive charge here, what is going to happen? Large anion, positive charge. What is going to happen? There will be polarization. There will be a polarization. The H minus electron cloud start distorting towards the positive charge cation. Yes or not? What is this name of this rule? Fajan's rule. Yeah, good. Fajan's rule. What is this name? Fajan's rule. That means as you bring any of the cation towards the hydrogen, that means there is a polarization caused due to this high charge density of cation, and it will form a partial covalent character, and this is called a Fajan's rule. Yes, that is a very important rule in deciding terms of ionic character or covalent character. Yes, any doubts here till now? Any doubts, anyone? Just raise your hand if you have any doubt. I'll clear your doubt. No doubts? Huh? Then I will ask doubt. No, sir. Naren. Okay. No doubts. Okay. Speak. Let's move. Any other doubt? No. Okay. Now, see the position of hydrogen. As you mentioned, all of you, that you are correct here. Hydrogen shows similarities with alkali metals. Why alkali metals? We'll see first, and then halogen also, how it is with halogen also. Yes. Now, that is why, since it is similar to alkali and it is a friend of alkali, it is a friend of halogen. So we need not decide the position where should it go. Yes, both are friend. This hydrogen can go to alkali metal, can go to the halogens also, right? That is why there is a unique position assigned in a periodic table, and there's a very important concept involved here. Listen here carefully. Now, similarities with alkali metals. Now, similarities, what you told was correct. Electronegative character. What is the meaning of electronegative character? Electronegative character means the metal, it will be, electropositive character, electropositive character means it will be as you supply ionization energy. That means if you start heating the metal, what is going to happen? It will lose electron easily, and it will lose electron easily. That means it is forming a positive monovalent compound or monovalent ion. That is called its electropositive character. That means alkali metal, as you supply heat, high energy heat you will supply, what is going to happen? This electron will lose this molecule or this atom will lose one electron, and once it is losing one electron, it will forming an ion. Yes, and that is a positively charged ion. Now see hydrogen also atom. What happens? Once you heat this, what is going to happen? Similarly, it will lose hydrogen one electron. Whatever electron was there, it will lose one electron, and it will be H positive. Yes, so just like alkali metals forming this metal positive, similarly hydrogen plus also it is formed whenever you heat the molecule. Yeah, Kiran, so why its position in alkali metal? Actually, if you see previously in modern periodic table, it is assumed that it is a part of alkali metal, but later it was separated from the alkali metal. It is now neither belonging alkali metal nor in halogen. It is written or kept just above the alkali metal on the basis of its electronic configuration. It is not a part of alkali metal because the property differ in the alkali metals with respect to hydrogen. Yes, so clear? Okay. Now, so electropositive character. Now move to the next point. Oxidation state. Yes. Yeah, most of you answer, but forget to mention one point. Yes. So now oxidation state, what is the oxidation state? Alkali metal always show +1. Yes, is it correct or not? Anyone saying alkali metal show -1, alkali metal show -2, alkali metal show any other oxidation state? Yes or no? It is always alkali metal will show +1 oxidation state. Hydrogen, what is the oxidation state shown by hydrogen? Yes, try to answer on chat that what is the oxidation state shown by hydrogen. I want to know answer from all of you. Hydrogen, so what all oxidation state? You all have read redox reaction, I think. If you remember, you can answer easily. Just tell me what all oxidation state is shown by hydrogen atom. Yes, anyone? Yeah, +1, -1, Prasant, +1, -1, Priyadarshini, -1, +1, -1, Gokul Abhishek, +1, -1. Only +1, -1? What do you think? Any other oxidation state? Yeah, Naren, good, excellent. So what all oxidation state hydrogen will show? Yeah, good, excellent. 0, yeah, Aditya, +1, -1, yeah, good. 0, +1, -1. 3 oxidation state, it is shown by hydrogen. It is 0, it is +1 and -1, but alkali metal always show +1. Yes, so here also +1, here also +1. That is why they are similar, because alkali metal also +1, hydrogen atom also +1. Both are having +1. Yeah, the good, -1, -1, +1 and 0. Yeah, good. Now, reducing nature. What is the meaning of reducing nature? Reducing nature means the tendency to reduce other element or tendency to reduce another compound. Reducing nature, if you see hydrogen, here zinc oxide. Now, see click carefully here. What is the oxidation state of zinc here? If you see, zinc oxidation state is +2. What is the oxidation state here? It is 0 oxidation state. Now here, what is the oxidation state? Here it is 0. What is the oxidation state for the hydrogen here? +1. Yes. So what is happening? Can you tell me what type of reaction is this? +2 to 0. What type of reaction is this? It is a redox. Yeah, redox. Under redox, which type? Oxidation reduction. Yeah, good. Reduction. It is a reduction reaction. Why? It is a reduction. Yeah, good. Because +2 say it is going to 0 oxidation state. Now here, if you see hydrogen, it is +0 to +1. What type of reaction? It is an oxidation reaction. So one is reduction, another is oxidation. That is why it is called as a redox reaction. Now you see hydrogen here, it is oxidizing itself. The element which is oxidizing itself, it will be called as reducing agent. So what is happening? Hydrogen oxidizes from H0 to hydrogen +1. So it will be act as reducing agent. Good, reducing agent. So hydrogen here, it is acting as a reducing agent. Similarly, you can see here iron oxide Fe2O3. Here oxidation number, if you see carefully, +3. Here if you see 0. Here it is 0 hydrogen and +1 here. So here also what is happening? Hydrogen is acting as a reducing agent. So both the cases hydrogen acting as a reducing nature. Now I did not write here, so this alkali metal, how they are reducing agent. So I will write here. Now let's see, take a new. Now see alkali metal, let's say I took lithium. If I took lithium, now how it is behaving as a reducing agent? Now if I react with water, can anyone tell me what are the product will form? What product you will get whenever you react lithium with water? What product you will get? What product you will get whenever lithium is react with water? Yes. Lithium hydride and oxygen. No, Naren. Lithium hydroxide, Adi, good, good. Metal hydroxide, yeah, good, Kiran. So what you'll get? Metal hydroxide, lithium hydroxide you'll get. Along with this, what you'll get? Hydrogen. Yes, so balancing I have already done. So what is happening here? The alkali metal, it is +1 oxidation state. Sorry, alkali metal here, it is 0 oxidation state. Here it is +1 oxidation state. Yes, here water is +1 oxidation state. Here it is 0 oxidation state. So what is happening? What is happening here? Yes, that here alkali metal, here it is oxidizing. This is oxidation. This is oxidation. Since it is oxidizing, so what is the behavior of this alkali metal? This alkali metal will be your reducing agent. Reducing agent. It will be your reducing agent. Yes. So since it is oxidizing, that is why it is acting as a reducing agent. Lithium hydroxide plus water. Yes. So both the cases, if you say lithium also, if you hydrogen also, both are reducing in nature. Yes. That is why we can say properties of both of them are similar. That is why there is a similarity between alkali metal and hydrogen. Now, electronic configuration. Now, electronic configuration, if you see, we have already discussed, this is the NS1 configuration, and here hydrogen is 1s1 configuration. Last electron enters into s orbital, and it is only one electron is present in the s orbital. That is why electronic configuration same. So there is a similarity between hydrogen and the alkali metal. So, but there is the hydrogen oxidizing. That we will see now. That is why it is also Kiran, very good. That is hydrogen is also oxidizing agent because it is a part of halogen. There we'll discuss now. That is why we told na ki hydrogen you will be having two property. One is resemblance with alkali metal, another is a resemblance with the halogen one. Yes, so that is why since we are discussing the similarities between hydrogen and alkali metal, we'll talk about only reducing character. We'll discuss oxidizing character in terms of halogens. Whenever similarity between halogen and hydrogen, we'll discuss. It is clear? Is it clear, Kiran? Yes or not? Clear? So that's why I am not discussing. Okay, yeah, correct. Yes, now see here, liberation at cathode. Now, if you have a red redox, yes, you will be having some idea what is a electrolysis. Electrolysis means what happens, you will be having a water. Yes, whenever you pass high voltage current, that means if you pass high voltage current or electricity, what happens, there will be a hydrogen and there will be formation of oxygen. So what happens here, as this water +1 here and here hydrogen it is 0. So what happens, these cations will be deposited at cathode. Cathode, you all know that cathode reduction takes place. Yes, so always cation will undergo reduction and anion will undergo oxidation. So what is cation here? Cation is hydrogen. So hydrogen will undergo reduction, and where reduction takes place, it is at the cathode. So cathode reduction taking place, that is why cathode you will get hydrogen gas. Now anion means anion oxygen. Here it will be in anode. Why it is anode? Anode may oxidation takes place. Anode may oxidation takes place, and this oxidation means it will lose electron, and here -2 to 0. Here 0, -2, and that is why since anions goes to anode, because it want to oxidize itself, then only you'll get oxygen at anode. So what is here? Main concern is our hydrogen. So we are getting hydrogen at cathode. Yes, on electrolysis of water. Now see here, if I am having brine solution, I think all of you have heard what is a brine solution. Brine solution. Yes, brine solution means it is a aqueous solution of NaCl, or saturated solution to be more precise, of NaCl. Yes, you take water and keep on adding NaCl until and unless it is stop dissolving into water. Yes, so what happens in here, whenever you take NaCl aqueous and try to electrolyze, what happens? You will be having sodium, you will deposit at cathode. I told you cathode, what happens? Reduction. Cathode, what happened? Reduction. Now these are cation, sodium is cation, cation will reduce or anion will reduce, anion will oxidize, cation will reduce. So here you will be having cation, cation will reduce by accepting electron. So here cathode, it will deposit chlorine, this is an anion -1, anion go to anode and it will get oxidized, so that will be a oxidation. Yes, so anode may always oxidation takes place. Here cathode may always reduction takes place. Cation will go to the always cathode to get reduced, and anion will always go to anode to, yes, oxidize itself and liberate chlorine gas. Now what is the similarity you see? Both the cases hydrogen is at cathode. Here also sodium is at cathode. So both the cases you are getting this, here also this, both cases cathode you are getting this hydrogen. That is why it is also a similarities between alkali metals and the hydrogen. Yes, any doubts? If you have any doubt anytime, you just raise your hand and I'll answer. Yes, I think it is easy. Yes, let's move to the next properties. Yes, this we have already discussed. Now, similarities with halogen. Now, halogens, as you already told, most of you were correct. Yes, and you told that first character is electronegative character. What is the meaning of electronegative? Electronegative elements have tendency to accept electron, and electropositive element have tendency to lose electron. Yes, so what it is happening here, here halogen will accept one electron and form X minus. Yes, that means it is accepting one electron. Now what type of energy it will release whenever it is accepting electron? What is the name? What is the name of enthalpy or energy released when an electron is added to isolated gaseous atom? Yes, name this. Name this. What is the name of energy when it is released when you add an electron to isolated gaseous atom? Electron gain enthalpy. Yeah, Vaishali, good. Prashant, good. It is a electron gain enthalpy. It is Abhishek, yeah, good. Electron gain enthalpy. So here also, if you see what is happening, hydrogen, you'll add electron, it will go. So it is also called as electron gain enthalpy. So in both the cases, what happens? Electronegative character means it is have tendency to accept electron. Here also tendency to accept electron here also. So both the cases it is accepting electron. So that is why it is similar due to its electronegative character. I think it is easy. Now second oxidation state. Now oxidation state, if you see halogen -1 oxidation state, here also hydrogen -1 oxidation state. Now I want to know that is it possible for halogen to show any other oxidation state than -1? Then let me know. Yes, can halogen form any other oxidation state other than -1? Prashant, no. Think, Prashant, think carefully. You'll get the answer. Gokul, yes. Any compounds, Gokul? Any compounds? What about other persons? Damini, not replying. Damini. Basangod, -0 to -7 or 0 to 7? Okay, 7. Yeah, good. Aditya, no. Okay, any other person? Halogen, what are the oxidation state shown by halogens? Halogens, redox is over, right? -1 to +7, good. Good. Yeah, Naren, good. -1 to +7. Now see halogen, if you see, if I take chlorine, what is the oxidation state? Simple example. Chlorine is 0. If I take HCl, what is the oxidation state? -1. If I take HClO, what is the oxidation state? +1. Yes or not? What is the oxidation state if I take HClO2? Yes, +3. Yes, so it will be -1, 0, +3, and +5, +7, HClO3, HClO4. So, but fluorine, make sure fluorine will only and only show one oxidation state, sorry, two oxidation state, that is 0 and -1. Other than no other oxidation state is shown by fluorine. What is the reason? Because fluorine is having without and not having a d orbital. That is why it is not showing any other oxidation state. Now move to this. So it is having -1 oxidation state, and it is also having -1 oxidation. Ionization potential. Now you all know, as we move here left side of the periodic table and here right side of the periodic table, as you move from left to right, what is going to happen? Effective nuclear charge increases. Due to effective nuclear charge, size is decreasing. Here it is big, here it is smaller. Yes. So as the size decreases, what is going to happen? Ionization energy will increase, and ionization energy will increase. That means ionization potential of hydrogen. Hydrogen, you know, very small element. Yes. And alkali metal, little larger. Alkali metal, little larger. But if you see halogen lying on the right of the periodic table, and they are having a small size, so the ionization potential of hydrogen and hydrogen and halogens are same. Yes, almost it is same. Yeah, Vijeta, yeah, you are right, it is high. Yes, correct, absolutely correct. So what happens here? Hydrogen also ionization energy is high. It is difficult to add electron on that. And second, it is halogen also here. If you see, ionization potential is high because you will be having a small size. Now, atomicity, you see, atomicity means number of atoms combined together to form a molecule is called as atomicity. So here, if you see atomicity, halogens atomicity is 2. Hydrogen also, it is diatomic. This is also diatomic. Yes, diatomic as written here. This is also diatomic. Now valency, if you see, valency of halogen and hydrogen, monovalent. Valency means how many valence electron it is sharing whenever it is forming a compound. HCl, if you see, what happens? Hydrogen share 1 electron, chlorine share 1 electron. If you see H2O, what happens? Hydrogen share 1 electron, oxygen share 1 electron. So what is happening here? Hydrogen and halogen, in both the cases, you will be having 1 valency. This side 1 valency, this side also here, halogen and hydrogen, 1 valency. Yes, so these are the similarities. Now preparation of dihydrogen. Let's start with the preparation little, and then we'll detail part. Let's do here at least liberation at cathode. Yes. Now, yeah, Vijeta, high valency 1. Yeah, good. Correct. Absolutely correct. Now, liberation at cathode. Next point is liberation at cathode. Now, if you see carefully, what is the oxidation state of sodium here? +1. I told you always alkali metal, so 1 oxidation state, that is positive oxidation state. Now here if you see hydrogen -1, yes or not? Hydrogen 0, -1, +1. So here it is having +1, here -1. Now electrolysis, what happens? There's a cathode, there's a anode. What happens at the cathode? Cathode may reduction takes place. Reduction. Here anode may what happens? Oxidation. Now see yourself, if sodium ion is a +1 oxidation state, where it will go? It is a cation, so it will go to the cathode. If it is going to the cathode, then it will reduce itself, yes or not? If it is reducing itself, what is going to happen? It will be present at cathode only. Now, if hydrogen, if you see it carefully, hydrogen is a negatively charged, it is an anion, it will liberate where? It will go to anode, oxidize there, and it will liberate hydrogen in anode. Yes. Now, if you do electrolysis, if you remember electrolysis of NaCl just moment before, here also sodium at cathode, chlorine at anode. So what is happening here? +1, here -1. Chlorine will be liberating at anode. So what happens? Halogen also in this reaction, it is liberating at anode. Hydrogen also here, it is liberating at anode. Yeah, Pratiksha, good. Both are halogen and hydrogen is similar because both of them liberate at the anode. Yes. Okay, we have finished this. Now I am having one question. Yeah, two questions for you. Just answer and then we'll finish. Question number 1. Is it visible clearly? I think it is visible. Okay. Now, see the total number of compound. I want to answer the total number of compounds. This is an integer type question. In total number of compound, which on electrolysis will liberate hydrogen gas at anode? Make sure it is at anode. I want answer in anode. Just count the total number, then tell or answer on chat. Please answer on chat. Yeah. Rohini 6. Okay. Anode 1. Are you sure? Prashant. Okay, correct, Prashant. Good. Rohini is check. Rohini is again check. It's still not correct. The other person reply. Rohit, check. Basangauda, yeah, exactly, correct. Vaishali, correct. Chetan, check. Adi, check. Adi, check. Okay. Now, any other answer? Chetan, yeah, now it is correct. Which compound you left? Chetan, which compound you left? Vismay, where are you? Not answering? Narayan, check, please check. Adi, correct. Chetan, correct. Yes. Now see here. See clearly here. Now what happens? I told you, anode mein what happens at anode? Anode may always happens oxidation. Anode may always happen oxidation. If oxidation happens, Rohini is, it's not correct. Okay, see, oxidation happens for which cation or anion? It is anion, right? So it is for anion. Anion will oxidize. Yes, cation cannot oxidize. Yes or not? For this alkali metal, halogen and hydrogen. Yes. So what happens here? Anion will go to anode, then only it is going to oxidize. Yes or not? So what you need the hydrogen, all the salts or all the compounds which is having hydrogen -1, they will liberate hydrogen at anode because they will undergo oxidation. So here if you see -1, is it having -1 or not? Calcium, I told you, alkali metal, alkaline earth metal, +1, +2, -1 here, -1, here -1, here -1, here also minus. Water +1, here +1, here +1. So how many compounds? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So total, what will be the answer for this integer? It will be 5. That 5 element, yes, Kiran, correct. 5 elements or 5 compounds here, minus oxidation state is there. That is why you will liberate hydrogen at anode. So read the question, try to analyze. It is very, very easy, not difficult at all. Yes, trust on me. Second number question, last question for our topic. Just try to solve. Which of the following property does not depict the similarities between alkali metals and hydrogen? Yes. Which of the following property will not depict the similarities between alkali metal and hydrogen? Yeah, Prasant, good, correct. Adi, check options. Yashvi, check. Parvati, Kiran, check all. Chinmay, yeah, correct. Basangowda, check. Vijeta, correct. Yeah. See all the options then answer. Huh? It is not that first you find and then answer. Others option also it is there, right? KV, Kiran, it is correct. KV, check your answer. Now you see. Oh, sorry. It is written as single correct. Okay. Yeah, it's fine now. It's fine. Single correct. It's fine. Okay. Naren, no. Now you see here. I told you alkali metal. What is the alkali metal? What do you think? Ionization energy of alkali metal. All of you mostly have answered for A. That is correct. Correct. Alkali metals and hydrogen. There's no similarity because ionization energy for alkali metal is higher and hydrogen ionization energy is very high. Alkali metal, it is very low. But you see reducing nature, both are reducing. That is correct. It is a similarity. Metallic character. What do you think? What do you think? Alkali metal is a metal or not? Yes, it is a metal. Hydrogen, what do you think? It is a metal or non-metal? It is a non-metal. Yes. So metallic character also does not match. So what is this? A and C both should be answered. So the answer will be D. So while you are answering, yeah, the correct. While answering, please make sure you check all the options before answering it properly. Okay. Okay. Now class is over. If you have any doubt, then you can stay and answer. Raise your hand and I will doubt. Otherwise, class is over. Okay. Thank you. Kiran, thank you. Thank you, Adi. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Thank you. Thank you, Naren. If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt. Raise your hand if you have any doubt. Okay. I'm ending this meeting since no doubts are there. Okay. ठीक है, Naren. Okay. Okay. No doubts. Okay. Fine. Ending this. Okay. Thank you for joining in. Enjoy and read and revise at least whatever we have covered. From NCERT, first one, NCERT should be focused. That is why I revise notes. I will upload the notes. And if you are not getting anything, just let me know, text or call. I will get updated. Okay. Okay. So bye.